Hello, my friends. I need to put air in my airbags, I found out. Now here's the thing to just double check. I just took the van from the mechanic, and so I told them to put air in the airbags, but they did not put enough air in there. In fact, they put less than I normally have. I have always about 70 pounds around there, and so I left and I was driving and I barely hit a bump and I was like bottoming out, and I can hear the van hit the tires in the back. So I thought, uh-oh, this I could tell the van was more bouncy, and when that happened, I pulled into the park and I double checked, and it's barely like 45 pounds. With all the weight that I have on top and my solar and everything like that, that is not going to work. So anyways, I'm going to go over how to use an air compressor, or the type of air compressor that I have. And I have the Viair, I think is what it's called, V-I-A-I-R. So that's what I have. I think that's how it's pronounced, Viair or Viair. Maybe somebody out there knows how to pronounce it. But anyways, it's one of the best ones out there. I bought it when I bought the van from my friend Sam. Okay. So I'm going to go over everything that we need to do to put it together, and also put air in the airbag shocks. Okay. All right, but I'm going to put these on because it is a little bright out here, and go from there. Okay. So what we're going to do is, we have the main unit itself. Okay. And then we have some pieces here. So we have our hoses. So it's going to come with this one here, with a primary hose. We're going to connect the primary hose to the unit, and always make sure your unit is off before you connect it to the battery or start connecting all these pieces. Okay, and make sure it just snaps on. You pull it back and push it on. Make sure your unit's off. Then we're going to take the other hose and we're going to hook that to the primary hose, and this is called a secondary hose. Okay, so we have that, and then make sure you can still see me. Sorry about this, trying to get it all in here in a little section here. Okay, I think we're good now, right? All right, so now we have our little trigger. Okay, so the trigger is going to get connected to your secondary hose. Okay, and then after that, we're going to take, this is our little stick here that we actually put the air in to the tire or the airbag shock, wherever you need to put your air in. That's your little extra wand piece, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so again, push everything back and it should snap on. Okay, because if not, when we put the air connect and we turn it on, something's going to pop off if it's not on right. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece and we're going to connect it to the battery. Okay, so positive's going to go to positive, negative's going to go to negative. Okay, I'll try to see if I can move the camera over there, but I'm not positive if I'm going to be able to do that because I'm limited, in space here, but I'll try. But just in case I can't, remember, so positive to positive on the battery, negative to negative. Okay, so we'll see if I can do that. All right, so I think I was able to get things set up so we can hook the battery up. Okay, so I can see a little better. I put my regular glasses on. Okay, so we're going to go positive to positive. And I just, on the clamp, on the outer part of the clamp is where I hook it. And then hook this one, the negative to negative. Okay, and we're good to go. Okay, so now I'm gonna move everything and we're going to turn it on, see if everything's working good. All right, so now I'm going to turn it on and make sure everything is working. So here we go. Alright, so it's going to do that. It's going to fill up it with air, and then, sorry, I know it's kind of odd. So it's going to fill up with air, and then it'll automatically shut off. And then from then on, as I use the air, it'll use the air that's in there, and then it'll keep filling up as it needs it. Okay, so I'm going to grab the one part in the trigger, and I'm going to start to put the air into the airbag shocks. All right, so now we're going to put the air in the airbag shocks, okay? And I'm going to only do the left side because the right side will be exactly the same, but I don't want to reposition the camera, so I'll just show you the left side. So you always want to make sure you take your little stem cap off, okay? And we're going to take our little wand here. Oops, I don't do good squatting. I usually use a nailer. It's easier for my body. And I noticed just a little bit of air goes a long way. And I already knew that it was at 45 pounds because I checked it when I first got here. Always make sure that this is zeroed out. There's a little button to push. And that already put me at almost 80. So it's okay if you put too much air, just let out a little bit of air till we get to where we want. Oops, and exactly at 70, and that's where I want to be, okay? And then, again, I usually use, I think if I nail on this, it'll be easier. I have a nailer pad. And then put the cap on. And then I'll do the other side, okay? And then after that, I'll show you how to disconnect it. And that's all you do to put your air in your airbag shocks. All right, so now we're going to disconnect it. So what you need to do first is turn it off. So I'll do that. Turn it off, and then we're going to let the air out of it. Make it all out. Okay. So it's all out. What I'm going to do is go ahead and disconnect it from the battery, and then I'm not going to show that. Just, you saw me hook it on, so all we're going to do is I reverse it. I'm going to go negative and then the positive and just take it right off, and then I'll come back and then I'll show you how to disconnect. Again, reverse it, disconnect it, and then it's got a nice little carrying bag. All right, so now we're just going to reverse, start taking all of our pieces off, and I got my little nailer here to make it easier for me. Just pull it off, pull this back, pull our little trigger gun thing off. Again, it's very easy to disconnect, and pull this off, okay? And then this has a nice little carrying case, so this goes inside here. Make sure I protect these cable things. Oops. Hold on. Alright, and then these, I always put the secondary towards the back so it's turned around. So I like to have the label in the front. So then my primary hose in the front. I mean, with my rig, some people I guess would only need the primary one because that's always your main one that you want to hook on. and your secondary if you need the length. But I guess if I was ever in a situation where maybe I checked my tires and I found out all I needed to do was do my front tires, then I would only just want to use the primary one. But definitely if I had to do my rear tires or my airbag shocks, then I would definitely need to hook up the secondary hose. But so far, I've only used this. This is my third time so far. And I've always had to use the secondary so far. I've had to put air in everywhere. So, especially mostly the airbag shocks, they really do need air in them quite a bit. Alright, so then I just stick this in there, and this one here is a little bit more awkward to get in there and protect, but I just kind of tuck it in underneath the handle. And then this one I stick inside here, and I just zip it up. It's a nice little carrying bag, and good to go. And it is one of, I think, one of the best air compressors out there, so I'm really been happy with it. All right, so that's it for how to use one of these. And all right, because of the angle of the sun was definitely starting to have that feedback. I wanted to go ahead and say my goodbyes here. I'm at a park though, hold on. So the dogs, when they're seeing another dog, they definitely get excited. All right, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing how to use an air compressor, or especially the kind I have. I've been really happy with it. And I mentioned in a previous video that I was at a campsite, and my front tire was down to like 45 pounds, so it was a good thing I had it then. So, and then obviously now when I came back from, you know, having them put air in it from an actual mechanic, and they 45 pounds? I mean, oh my gosh, I was bottoming out. Like I said, that was scary. So good thing, again, I was able to get that air in. And so it's definitely an important thing to have when you're on the road. You'll find different styles out there, different air compressors. But that is the one that I've been happy with. I wouldn't want anything but this particular brand. I just have been so happy with it, and that long cord to get towards the back. Okay, all right, so here's the pups though. I'll go ahead. I know there's, every time I do a video, everybody's, where's the pups, where's the pups? So oops, so there they are. And get some light, and they're really anxious to go out for a little walk. We're gonna do a quick walk at the park. So, and there's Milo. They're so cute. All right, and Buster's still doing really well. Okay, so I love all you guys, all the gals, guys, gals, all my friends. And I will see you all in the next video.